New at 6, the battle between Governor Ron DeSantis and Disney World does not appear to be coming to an end anytime soon. Today, the board appointed to the Central Florida Tourism Oversight District, formerly known as Reedy Creek, voted to make the old board's development agreement between them and Disney null and void.
Bottom line, what our lawyers have told us is factually and legally, what they created is an absolute legal mess.
And minutes after the board took that vote, Disney filed suit against the board as well as Governor DeSantis. 10 Investigates' Jennifer Titus has been following the developments all day and breaks down what this all means.
We thought we were off to a good start.
Board Chair Martin Garcia says they had hoped for a working relationship with Disney and not a battle.
Shortly before, the day of that we were appointed, before we were officially appointed, each member of this board met with a vice president of Disney. And that vice president of Disney said, we want to work with the new board. We want to make this work for everybody.
But Garcia says weeks later, he got a call from general counsel that the old board had signed an agreement with Disney in the 11th hour.
Disney picked the fight with this board.
The agreement allows Disney to keep a majority of its power, including all control of development and construction within Walt Disney parks.
There are essentially three ways that the old Disney Control Board's actions were unlawful in a general sense.
But the board's general counsel reiterated again at Wednesday's meeting that the deal did not follow Florida statute.
The old board attempted to act without legal authority to act.
The board then voting the agreement null and void.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Let the record reflect that it passes unanimously.
But within minutes of voting, Walt Disney filed this lawsuit against those board members and Governor DeSantis. In the 77-page complaint, it notes people and families from every corner of the globe have traveled to Walt Disney World because of the unrivaled guest experience it provides, and that a targeted campaign of government retaliation orchestrated at every step by Governor DeSantis as punishment for Disney's protected speech now threatens Disney's business operations, jeopardizes its economic future in the region, and violates its constitutional rights. Today's action is the latest strike. It also goes on to mention other tactics the governor has mentioned, like taxes on hotels, tolls on the roads, developing some of the property that the district owns, and in quotes, even putting a state prison next to Disney World. The company is left with no choice but to file this lawsuit to protect its cast members, guests, and local development partners from a relentless campaign to weaponize government power against Disney in retaliation for expressing a political viewpoint unpopular with certain state officials. And there were small business owners from Disney Springs and the district who spoke out at today's meeting in concern about the possibility of raising taxes for the district. The board chair says, unfortunately, because of the initial agreement, they've had to fight that with their council. So yes, they will have to raise taxes for that. Now, with this new suit filed today, there will be even more legal fees adding up.
And Titus there, our team will stay on top of the latest developments. Something else our teams have been following at Disney is your safety. For every one of us who drives their roads, our 10 Investigates team has located dozens of potentially deadly hazards along Disney World roads. And now there are some major changes coming. Jennifer Titus will have that full investigation tomorrow night right here on 10 Tampa Bay at 6.